This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. I wanted to talk a little bit about dark money, and I forgot to do a video report on this over the weekend because I read an article with the Herald in regards to Joe Gruters, who is the representative for Sarasota up at the in Tallahassee now. And little people may know this, but there was a huge dark money show of force against him getting elected. I personally have heard that it's come from an individual who is actually on a board now. He was elected, nobody ran against him, and he's in charge of several PACs, I think like 7 or more. And this individual he was helping Gruter's campaign, but a lot of people, a lot of insiders are alleging that he was the individual that rallied against him with all that black money. And a lot, according to this article, it was 100,000. I thought it was more like 130,000 that were paid by shadowy political committees that went after him, and they call it the dark money. You may recall an article about from the Herald too. It was called "The Prince of Dark Money," and it's Eric Robinson basically. He's on the school board, and his wife is Christine Robinson. I think I said Eric Robinson, and he's. There's a lot of concerns out there because of the PACs that he is tied with or in control of. I saw this myself. Everybody knows I ran for mayor because I did not want to see our local mayor run unopposed. To me, I hated the thought of it. And one thing that stuck with me is when he ran unopposed in his second term and walked in, he said, well, that means everyone approves my agenda. And I didn't want him thinking that again. And as you could see, running against him brought an issue to a lot of issues out there, and it stopped some things. They've now put on hold the parking lot for $600,000 that Sharkies wanted. A lot of people are focused on that trolley that I had a lot of issues with. They're prioritizing their budget, which they weren't doing, which I kept pushing. So it was a good thing, and I in my mind, achieved what I wanted to achieve. But one thing I did find out is how the dark money works. And I had a group that basically, they said, here, we'll give you some money. And we can't give you any more because we're capped, but we can funnel it through different groups, and they can give you the money. And that's when I started learning about this process that Herald article covers. And that never happened in my case. Wasn't huge on it. I was like, no, I'm not really interested. But basically, that is how it works. And you don't know who it is. There's no transparency. The people are anonymous, so they can come at you with these horrible attack ads. He's going to have an uphill battle because a lot of corporations, political opponents, special interest groups, all those people are not going to want to give up that secrecy. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be transparent in what they're trying to achieve out there with their end objective. So, even though Joe Gruters got this bill out there, I hope he has some success because it is a major issue. And again, I say this because I experienced it firsthand where they wanted to do it, and I'm like, you can do that? And they're like, yeah, everybody does it. And you just basically transfer it and somebody else gives you the money. A little ridiculous. So I wanted to bring attention to that article. If you want to read it, it was Zach Anderson with the Herald. I think it came out a few days ago, March 18th. So yeah, 2 days ago. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.